And the big story we're tracking for you this morning, sources have indicated that in 24 hours, Karnataka will have 24 new ministers. Now, this is going to be a really interesting development to watch out for. Who from Camp Siddaramaiah and who from Camp DK Shivakumar will actually make the cut? That's the big question. The Karnataka government is likely to see an oath ceremony take place tomorrow. That's what sources have indicated. The names have apparently been finalised in a meeting between Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar and Central leaders of the Congress party.
Well, also what we are hearing is that the Chief Minister, that's Siddaramaiah, will be meeting with Rahul Gandhi today. As you do know that last Sunday on the 20th of May, Siddaramaiah and State Congress President DK Shivakumar took oath as the Chief Minister, and the Deputy Chief Minister along with 8 MLAs. Those included Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge's son as well, Priyank Kharge, also took oath along with them. But that ministerial post, what are the portfolios that will be allocated to those 8 ministers? That hasn't been decided. And now we are hearing that there will be more ministers as well.
Let's go right across to Shrija for more. Shrija, what more can you tell us?
Well, several days after, we're going to see where nearly 24 ministers will be taking oath tomorrow. The names have been finalized, after a meeting in Delhi between Siddaramaiah and his deputy DK Shivakumar and various central leaders of the party in Delhi itself. And we also understand today, especially the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be meeting Rahul Gandhi before returning to Karnataka also to take part in this oath-taking ceremony, which will happen on Saturday. And of course, drawing of ministers' list or allocation of portfolios was clearly a tricky job because we have been seeing over the last few days where there were several protests outside the Chief Minister's residence, several of them demanding ministerial posts. And, we've seen how especially it's been a very tough job for especially the High Command and both of these top power weights of the Congress, but Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, the drawing up of ministers had been a very tough job for them because they have to give, balance it out and represent various communities because we have also seen the largest communities, the Lingayat community, which constitutes nearly 17% of Karnataka's population, a very crucial community in the state, had to take claim to the Chief Minister's post, citing their big contribution to the Congress's victory. But eventually, you had Siddaramaiah taking over, and of course the two faces for the Chief Minister's face, of course, did not really represent the Lingayat community. So there is a huge expectation from this very community, talking about how at least a large chunk of ministers' birth will go to especially the MLAs from the community. And also more importantly, with the general elections which are due next year, the Congress is also under pressure to show a quick results and deliver on the promises it made before elections. And usually Karnataka sends at least about 28 MPs to the Lok Sabha, which makes it a major background for the state. So as far as Congress is concerned, yes, of course, now for one, we are looking at where the cabinet formation will happen tomorrow. Secondly, of course, the other challenge that's going to be before the Congress is to ensure they implement all the 5 guarantees, because right after the oath taking of Siddaramaiah, we went on during the first cabinet meet, had already passed the orders, but then you have to wait and watch how long would it take for them to officially, in fact, go ahead, give a clearance as far as 5 guarantees.
Thanks, Shrija. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates. Well, the other big story that we're tracking, Prime Minister Modi hit out at the opposition, Divya, for the decision to boycott the inauguration of the new parliament. Now, remember, after 20 opposition parties have decided to actually boycott, there are scores of parties that are also supporting.
Absolutely. So the BJD, the YSRCP, Akali Dal, they will be attending that parliament inauguration, and now we also have the JDS and the BSP. Those are the latest parties among the non-NDA to confirm their attendance. And like Rishika mentioned, the 20 parties that have already announced that they will be boycotting that inaugural function. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Siddaramaiah requested an appeal to the opposition on their decision to boycott that ceremony to unveil the new parliament building, and said to rethink and change their stand.
Back from an eventful 3-nation tour to a rousing pre-dawn welcome. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hit out at the opposition for their decision to boycott the inauguration of the new parliament building.
भारतीय समुदाय का जो कार्यक्रम था, वहां ऑस्ट्रेलिया के प्रधानमंत्री का आना गौरव की बात थी। लेकिन इतना ही नहीं, उस समारोह में पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री भी थे। उस समारोह में पूरी अपोजिशन पार्टी के मेंबर्स थे, रूलिंग पार्टी के मेंबर्स थे।
BJP chief ministers, former cabinet ministers and top leaders all came down hard on the Congress and other 19 parties. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamaiah took the battle down south to Tamil Nadu, with 3 governors by her side, including of Tamil Nadu and Telangana. She highlighted the Tamil royal tradition involving the Sengol, in a state that BJP has negligible presence in days after the BJP lost its only South government in neighboring Karnataka.
தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து இப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு பங்கு வகிச்சிருக்காங்க சுதந்திரத்தில், அந்த பரிமாற்றம், அரசு பரிமாற்றம் நடந்த நேரத்தில் அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி நம்ம பேசுகிறோம். அதனால தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு பெருமிதமான ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சி இது. அதனால இங்கே அரசியல் செய்யறதுக்கு ஒரு விதமான தேவையும் இல்லை. Surprised by this kind of an allegation. Parties which see the Rashtrapati as a very eminent leader, particularly coming from tribal background, are the ones which undertook a very bitter campaign. I do not wish to recall the kind of words they used at that time. Leaders belonging to these very same opposition parties spoke ill of her, abused her, and today suddenly they become morally motivated, so encouraged to say, no, you're disrespecting her. And all of us are extremely proud of our Rashtrapati ji.
They cited several instances in the past when the then Prime Ministers opened wings or sections of the Parliament. The opposition, on the other hand, is adamant that the constitutional values are being discarded. Sharad Pawar, who met Arvind Kejriwal over the issue of Delhi Ordinance on Thursday, questioned whether the entire Central Vista project was at all needed.
वहाँ किसी ने कुछ अफसोस नहीं किया और ठीक है, आपसे नया बना है, ये बनाने की बात तो हम लोगों को किसी को मालूम नहीं थी। इसकी आवश्यकता क्या थी, इस पर भी बहस हो सकता है.
Though there were additions to the list of parties who have accepted the invite along with BJD, YSRCP, now Akali Dal will also attend the ceremony. Despite some parties in the opposition refusing to attend the ceremony, over 25 other political parties, including 5 big regional ones who do not belong to the NDA fold, will witness this historic day. Bureau Report, NDTV.
So let's actually now give you a glimpse of what the new Parliament building is essentially going to look like. The new building has a 64,500 square meter built up area with a central hall to accommodate over 1,200 members. Now this, remember, has been constructed by Tata Projects at a cost of 970 crore rupees and is a 4-story structure with a library, a museum, dining rooms, and all of this, they were going to be featuring artwork highlighting India's past, which will include photographs of Mahatma Gandhi as well as past prime ministers. Now this, remember, is just one part of the 13,500 crore rupee Central Vista project.
That's right, Rishika. Now, inspired by the Cholas, handed over to the Nehrus. This was handed over to Jawaharlal Nehru, the historic scepter to be installed in that new Parliament building as well. The historic scepter was received by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on the 14th of August in 1947 to represent the symbol of the transfer of power from the Britishers to India. The same scepter will be handed over to the Prime Minister by the head priest on the 28th of May, that Sunday, during that inauguration ceremony. And like Rishika mentioned, all the features of that Parliament building, that's coming at a huge cost. Rishika.
So on Sunday, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the new parliament and receives the historic Sengol or the scepter from 24 Adinam or mud heads of Tamil Nadu, he will be revisiting not just a part of India's history, but will also be giving a boost to his party and government's efforts to reach out to the people of Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister's love for Tamil is not unknown. He has often invoked Tamil pride and lauded Tamil language on international platforms. He has also quoted works of Tamil poets like Subramanya Bharati and Thiruvalluvar. And this is also not the BJP's first attempt to reach out to the Adinams. The Adinams are Shiva worshipping mutt spread across the state of Tamil Nadu. The one in question is called the Thiruvavaturai Adinam in the Kaveri belt. It was first commissioned the work of making the historic scepter. The mutt heads will also be present for the inauguration of the new parliament on Sunday. Over the last few years, we've seen the BJP and the RSS supporting various Adinams, especially in Madurai and Dharmapuram, in raising their concerns like seeking more autonomy over temple funds or like temple festivals. All of this is in line with the BJP and the RSS attempts to reiterate strong cultural and civilizational links between the north and the south of India. BJP leaders have been talking about this for a while now. You see more Morcha heads of the BJP coming from the south of India, and you see more and more members from south of India making it to the parliamentary board of the BJP also. So the scepter symbolism is in line with what the BJP has been aiming to do to increase its southward expansion in the last few years. The scepter is also not just a symbol of transfer of power, it also stands for the way the king needs to rule the country with justice and righteousness as the guiding principles, and it has been mentioned in a lot of Tamil scriptures and also has been a prevalent custom during the Cholas and also during the Sangamam era, which is why, according to Home Minister Amit Shah, this is an attempt to ensure that Tamil Nadu's and also India's symbols get the rightful place they deserve in the parliament.
And NDTV Sam Daniel also spoke with a family that has actually made this scepter in Tamil Nadu, and remember, this is of course going to be placed in Parliament, and like Vasudha was explaining, it's was actually gifted to Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, a symbol that essentially symbolized the transfer of power from the British.
Right, so much curiosity regarding that scepter. Sam Daniel gets us the details.
Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in the year 1947, marking the transfer of power from the then British government to free India in the year 1947. We come to you from the Vummadi Bangaru Chetty Jewellers in Chennai. In fact, it is this shop or showroom that had made this several decades ago, ordered by Rajagopalachari as a mark of transition of power, following the traditions of the monarchy then, when rulers would give this scepter or sengol, marking a transfer of power from one king to another. Joining us now, 3 generations of the Bangaru Chetty family to tell us about the making, the tracing, and now a special invite to attend the Parliament's inauguration in Delhi. This senior citizen, Mr. Etti Rajalu, who had actually designed this, made this when he was 20 years old. Congratulations. Must be a proud moment for you.
Really, not only proud, we were so much elated to find out that such a great thing has been made in our firm by ordinary goldsmiths with the help of Adinam directing us.
Right. Do you remember making this?
Certainly I remember, because I had to collect so many pictures of the sculpture from the Adinam himself.
And now the Finance Minister has in fact notified minting of that 75 rupee coin in order to commemorate the inauguration of the new Parliament building. That coin will have the inscription Parliament Complex with the image of the new building on that coin, Rishika.
The land capital of Ashoka Pillar, along with the inscription Satyameva Jayate, will be featured in the center of the coin's obverse side. The word Bharat will be written in Devanagari script on the left side and the word India in English on the right. Welcome back. The big political story we're tracking, asserting that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will become the Prime Minister for a third consecutive term after the general elections next year. The Home Minister, Divya, has made a big claim, saying that Prime Minister Modi will come to power with over 300 plus seats. But he didn't just stop there. He also said something very interesting about the Congress.
Absolutely, Rishika. He went on to say that the Congress party will lose its national party status by 2024. He went on to say that Mr. Narendra Modi will become the Prime Minister yet again, and this will be his third term. The Congress has lost the opposition party status, according to Amit Shah, and will lose its national party status as well, and that's going to happen by next year. Listen in.
और अगले चुनाव में जब मैंडेट लेने जाएंगे, इस पक्ष विपक्ष का स्टेटस चला गया है, अगले बार इतनी भी सीटें नहीं आएगी और मोदी जी 300 से ज्यादा सीटों के साथ देश के प्रधानमंत्री बनकर तीसरी बार आए।
Amit Shah is set to visit violence-hit Manipur, and that's expected from Sunday, the 28th of May, till about the 1st of June. And he has said that he will talk to all stakeholders in order to resolve the prevailing crisis that they've been facing for so many days now.
Well, this at a time when tension continues, remember, and it has this entire month. It's also coming in at a time when the Congress has criticized the Home Minister for not visiting Manipur, even as over 70 people have lost their lives.
सबके साथ न्याय होगा और हिंसा करने वालों को हम बख्शेंगे नहीं, इसका विश्वास आप नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार पर रखिए। मेरा अपील है मणिपुर के अंदर सभी भाइयों बहनों को कि आप एक बार पहले जैसे मणिपुर के लिए हम 6 साल से मणिपुर में शांति से आगे बढ़े, एक भी बंद नहीं हुआ, एक भी ब्लॉकेड नहीं हुआ। एक अदालत के निर्णय के कारण जो विखवाद हुआ है, वो विखवाद को हम चर्चा से, वार्ता से और शांति से इसका रास्ता निकालें। किसी के साथ अन्याय न हो, ये नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार की नीति है। मैं खुद कुछ दिन के बाद मणिपुर जाने वाला हूं और 3 दिन तक वहां रहकर सभी मणिपुर के भाइयों बहनों के साथ बात कर शांति स्थापना के लिए बात करूंगा। परंतु शांति तो मणिपुर के जनता ही ला सकती है। देश के अंदर जो लाखों
Mr. Shah's announcement in Guwahati was the first public statement by the Home Minister after ethnic violence between the Meiteis and Kukis over a High Court order which said the Meiteis should be given scheduled tribe status. This was objected to by the Kuki community, who feared an infringement over tribal land and rights. The Supreme Court said recently that this order was wrong, though a final verdict is expected after the summer vacation. Claiming over 71 lives and injuring over 300 people, besides damaging government and private properties, the northeastern state has witnessed unprecedented violent clashes in more than 10 districts in the state since the beginning of May. In Guwahati, Amit Shah also met with a delegation of Manipur MLAs. Earlier, MLAs of the Kuki community had urged the centre for a separate administration for the hill areas of the state. The Congress has questioned why Mr. Shah hasn't visited Manipur yet, with their media head Jairam Ramesh tweeting, "The Union Home Minister goes all the way to Guwahati but does not deem it fit to visit Imphal when Manipur has been burning for 22 days. Even though the Home Minister and the Chief Minister have urged people of all communities in Manipur to maintain peace and ethnic harmony, the road ahead is not easy. Earlier this week, there have been fresh flare-ups, resulting in death, injuries, arson, and another spell of unrest. With Ratnadeep Chaudhary in Guwahati, Anusaya Mathur for NDTV.